Have you found yourself questioning the value of memorizing dates and equations when your soul yearns for lessons on love, compassion, and inner truth? In a realm where conventional education is heralded as the supreme gateway to knowledge, you stand at the crossroads of a unique spiritual journey, one that often diverges from the well-paved paths of traditional academia. The first reason is the profound disconnect between the soul's curriculum and the standardized syllabi of conventional education. Your journey is one of innate wisdom, a path where knowledge flows not from memorization or rote learning, but from a deep intuitive understanding that connects you to the cosmos in profound and personal ways. This innate wisdom, the kind that whispers truths about the universe and the self, often finds itself at odds with the rigid one-size-fits-all curriculum that dominates traditional educational systems. These systems, built on the bedrock of standardized testing and uniform learning outcomes, seldom leave room for the exploration of spiritual depths or the nurturing of individual soul paths. Consider the stories of spiritual voyagers who stepped into traditional classrooms only to feel their innate wisdom stifled or overlooked. One such voyager, drawn to the mysteries of the universe and the intricacies of the human spirit, found themselves trapped in a cycle of learning that prioritized facts over understanding, memorization over insight. Despite acing exams and topping classes, a gnawing sense of unfulfillment lingered, a stark reminder that true wisdom was not to be found in the accolades of academia, but in the silent moments of connection with the divine. Another voyager recounts the experience of sitting in a philosophy class, where the exploration of metaphysical concepts was confined to the interpretation of ancient texts, devoid of personal spiritual inquiry or experience. This disconnect between the soul's yearning for profound spiritual engagement and the educational system's emphasis on detached analysis left them feeling like an outsider, yearning for a learning environment that honored their inner wisdom and facilitated their spiritual journey. These personal anecdotes underscore a critical aspect of your spiritual path, the recognition that the soul's curriculum cannot be confined to standardized syllabi. Your quest for knowledge and understanding transcends traditional academic boundaries, seeking instead a holistic integration of mind, body, and spirit. This journey is a testament to the belief that true wisdom comes from the alignment of one's learning with the vast unseen energies of the universe, a process that encourages not just the acquisition of knowledge, but the transformation of the self. The second reason unfolds in the quest for meaning beyond material success, where the spiritual dilemma you face is deeply rooted in conventional education's emphasis on career achievements and financial gain. This focus, while ostensibly a path to security and recognition, often feels starkly misaligned with your deeper quest for existential meaning and spiritual fulfillment. In a society that measures success in terms of titles and bank balances, your soul yearns for a richness that cannot be quantified, a depth of experience that transcends the material. Voices from the void emerge, tales of individuals who ventured into the realms of higher education with hopes of finding answers to the burning spiritual questions that kept them awake at night. One such story is of a seeker who, after years of rigorous academic pursuit and achieving commendable milestones, stood at the pinnacle of what was supposed to be success. Yet instead of fulfillment, they found an echoing emptiness, a realization that the accolades and achievements did not touch the spiritual void within. Their degrees, though a testament to their hard work, hung on the walls like silent witnesses to a journey that veered off course, leaving their most profound questions about existence, purpose, and connection to the divine unanswered. This realization prompted a search for meaning that extended far beyond the classroom, leading them to face a spiritual quest that delved into ancient wisdom traditions, meditation, and soulful practices that connected them to the vast, unseen forces of the universe. Another voice speaks of leaving a lucrative career, propelled by the understanding that the pursuit of material success alone was a mirage, a chasing after the wind that left them feeling more disconnected from their true self. These experiences highlight a critical juncture in your spiritual journey, underscoring the dissonance between the external measures of success and the internal yearning for a connection that gives life true meaning. The quest for meaning beyond material success is not a rejection of the world, but a deeper engagement with it, an acknowledgement that your existence is part of something larger, that weaves together the material and the spiritual, the seen and the unseen. It is a journey that invites you to redefine success, to measure it not by the standards set by society, but by the alignment of your life with the profound truths that resonate with your soul. The third reason is the transformative power of the classroom without walls, where nature, in her boundless wisdom, serves as the ultimate teacher. This belief stems from an understanding that true learning and spiritual enlightenment transcend the physical confines of a traditional classroom, flourishing instead in the vast open spaces where the earth speaks in whispers and the sky writes lessons in its expanse. It's in these spaces, under the open sky, by the meandering rivers, and within the ancient forests, that many journeying souls have found their most profound lessons and moments of spiritual awakening. Narratives abound of individuals who, feeling constricted by the four walls of conventional learning environments, ventured into the embrace of nature in search of a deeper connection and understanding. One such tale is of a soul who, seated by a riverside, observed the water's relentless flow and understood the essence of persistence and the beauty of embracing change. Another recounts long walks in the forest, where the intricate dance of life and decay on the forest floor revealed the impermanence of existence and the interconnectedness of all living things. These journeys under the open sky are testimonies to the profound impact of nature's classroom, where the lessons are not dictated but discovered, where enlightenment is not taught but experienced. In the simplicity of a sunrise, the complexity of a rainforest ecosystem, or the tranquility of a mountain summit, the earth imparts wisdom that resonates with the very core of your being, offering insights that foster a deep, intrinsic understanding of the self and the universe. The classroom without walls invites a reimagining of education, one that acknowledges the limitations of traditional methods and embraces the holistic experiential learning offered by nature. It's a call to break free from the confines of conventional education and to seek knowledge in the rhythm of the waves, the patterns of the stars, and the silence of the desert. This approach to learning and enlightenment champions the idea that the most profound lessons are often not inscribed in textbooks, but are written in the language of the earth, waiting to be read by those who choose to venture outside the classroom walls. The fourth reason is the stifling of the creative spirit under the weight of standardized testing and the rigid adherence to curricula that marks much of conventional education. This system, with its narrow focus on quantifiable outcomes and uniformity, often acts as a cage to the creative spirit that thrives within highly spiritual individuals. For those whose souls are alight with innovative ideas and unconventional visions, the constraints of traditional education can feel like captivity, a binding of the wings that yearn to soar into the realms of imagination and creation. Highly spiritual individuals treasure their creativity not just as a skill, but as a vital expression of their innermost selves, a sacred flame that illuminates paths less traveled. Yet within the confines of an educational system that prizes conformity over individuality, this flame can be dimmed, if not extinguished, as creative endeavors are often sidelined in favor of more analytical, standardized approaches to learning. Liberation tales abound, however, of spiritual souls who broke free from these educational norms to pursue creative endeavors that resonate deeply with their soul's calling. One narrative tells of an individual who, feeling their creativity wither within the academic mold, stepped away to go on a journey of artistic exploration, finding in painting and sculpture a language for the soul that words could never capture. Another recounts the story of a musician whose soulful compositions found no place in the structured music programs of their school. In leaving, they discovered a community of like-minded artists, and together they created music that spoke of the depths of human experience, of love, loss, and transcendence, far beyond the scales and arpeggios of a standardized curriculum. These stories are not just tales of personal achievement, but beacons of hope for those who feel their creative spirits constrained by the expectations of conventional education. They serve as reminders that the creative spirit, when aligned with one's spiritual essence, is unstoppable, capable of breaking free from any cage and soaring towards the truest expression of oneself. For the highly spiritual, creativity is not just an aspect of their being, but the very essence of their existence, a force that, when liberated, has the power to transform not just their own lives, but the world around them. The fifth reason is the innate discomfort you experience within the competitive atmosphere prevalent in many educational institutions. A stark contradiction to your deep-seated values of unity, shared growth, and the pursuit of a collective consciousness. For you, the journey of learning is not a race to be won or a hierarchy to be climbed, but a communal path of enlightenment, where knowledge is shared like bread at a table, nourishing all who partake. The traditional model, with its emphasis on individual achievement and ranking, feels alien to your spirit, which thrives on collaboration and the joy of collective discovery. This discomfort stems not from a fear of competition, but from a profound understanding that true growth, spiritual, intellectual, emotional, flourishes in environments where learners are encouraged to support, inspire, and uplift each other. In the competitive fray, you seek not to outdo your peers, but to walk alongside them, learning from each other's experiences and insights, building a community of seekers united in their quest for wisdom. Examples of alternative educational paths that resonate with your vision of unity and learning are manifold. There are communities and institutions that prioritize collaborative over competitive learning, where classrooms are circles of sharing, and success is measured not by grades, but by the depth of understanding and the strength of the communal bond. In these spaces, learners come together to explore subjects ranging from the arts to the sciences, not as solitary endeavors, but as collective journeys into the unknown, with each discovery celebrated as a triumph for the whole. Such environments often extend beyond the confines of traditional education, embracing the world itself as a classroom. Workshops, retreats, and collaborative projects in nature serve not only as educational experiences, but as spiritual pilgrimages, where the lines between teacher and student blur and learning becomes a shared adventure. These paths show that when the pursuit of knowledge is guided by the principles of unity and collective consciousness, education transcends its conventional boundaries, becoming a transformative experience that not only enlightens the mind, but also nurtures the soul. In welcoming these alternative paths, you affirm your belief in the power of collaboration over competition, in the beauty of learning as a communal journey rather than an individual conquest. This choice is a testament to your commitment to a vision of education where success is shared, where growth is mutual, and where the pursuit of knowledge is an act of collective consciousness, opening hearts and minds to the boundless possibilities of shared enlightenment. The sixth reason delves into the realm of emotional and spiritual intelligence, elements of your being so intrinsic to your identity, yet so often overlooked by the conventional education system. This neglect goes beyond a mere oversight. It signifies a profound disconnect within educational frameworks that prioritize the intellect over the essence of the human spirit. Your journey, rich in the pursuit of understanding beyond the tangible, craves an education that nurtures not just the mind, but also the heart and soul. This yearning stems from the recognition that true wisdom encompasses a deep awareness of our emotional landscapes and a connection to the spiritual dimensions of life. In the standard corridors of learning, where success is measured by grades and accolades, the cultivation of emotional intelligence, the ability to empathize, to navigate one's emotions and relationships with wisdom, is often relegated to the periphery. Similarly, spiritual intelligence, the quest for purpose, the understanding of interconnectedness, and the exploration of one's inner landscape is scarcely acknowledged, leaving a void in the education of those who view these components as vital to their personal growth and understanding of the world. Yet there are sanctuaries of learning, environments and philosophies that honor and nurture the heart and soul, resonating deeply with your spiritual journey. These are spaces where the curriculum is life itself, where learning is a journey inward as much as it is outward. In these environments, lessons in compassion, self-awareness, and the pursuit of meaning stand alongside traditional academic subjects, weaving together a knowledge that honors the wholeness of the human experience. These heartfelt approaches to education recognize that to navigate the complexities of life, one must be fluent in the language of emotions and attuned to the whispers of the soul. They offer insights into how learning can be an expansive, transformative experience that does not just prepare you for a career, but for a life lived with depth, purpose, and connection. Welcoming this holistic vision of education, you find a path that aligns with your deepest values, a journey that acknowledges and nurtures every facet of your being. In these spaces, you are not just a student but a seeker, exploring the boundless landscapes of the heart and soul, guided by a philosophy that understands the true measure of education lies not in the accumulation of knowledge, but in the awakening of the entire human spirit. The seventh reason touches on the profound struggle of maintaining your authentic spiritual self in an educational landscape that often rewards conformity and penalizes divergence. This system, with its rigid frameworks and standardized benchmarks, pressures you to don a mask of conformity, to blend into a mold that feels alien to the core of your being. The essence of who you are, a being of depth, curiosity, and spiritual richness, is at odds with an environment that values uniformity over uniqueness, where the metrics of success are narrowly defined and rarely accommodate the breadth of human diversity. This struggle is not merely about academic achievement, but about the fight to preserve the integrity of your authentic self in the face of pressures to conform. It's about the courage to stand firm in your values and beliefs, even when doing so might place you at odds with prevailing educational norms. The mask of conformity is suffocating, obscuring the vibrant spirit that seeks expression, not in the rote repetition of facts, but in the exploration of profound truths and the pursuit of personal enlightenment. Yet amidst this challenge, there are inspiring accounts of spiritual individuals who, recognizing the confines of conventional educational paths, chose to break free, to forge their own roots that honor and nurture their authentic selves. These are the souls who ventured into alternative learning environments where education transcends the physical walls of classrooms and the pages of textbooks, where learning is an act of personal growth and spiritual discovery. One such individual turned to the world as their classroom, walking on a journey that blended travel, volunteer work, and self-study, finding in each experience a lesson that contributed to their understanding of themselves and the world. Another found sanctuary in a community of like-minded learners, a place where education was built on the principles of collaboration, self-expression, and holistic development, where each person's uniqueness was not just accepted, but celebrated. These stories of breaking free are beacons of hope and affirmation, reminding you that the path to preserving your authentic self in a world of conformity is not only possible, but profoundly rewarding. They underscore the importance of seeking out or creating spaces where your spirit can flourish, where learning is an extension of your journey towards self-realization, and where education serves not to mold you into a predetermined shape, but to support the unfolding of your true potential. In traversing the landscape of conventional education, you, a traveler on a profound spiritual journey, might often feel like a misfit, a square peg being nudged into a round hole. This sensation arises not from a lack of fitting in, but from a deeper calling that seeks knowledge and growth beyond the rigid structures and narrow pathways of traditional learning. Your quest is for an education that not only enlightens the mind, but also nurtures the soul, an odyssey that honors the essence of your being and the expansive nature of your spirit. As you stand at this crossroads, let this reflection serve as an empowering beacon, illuminating the validity and value of your unique path. Trust in the journey that unfolds before you, even if it meanders away from the well-trodden paths of conventional education. Embrace the courage to seek or create learning experiences that resonate with your spiritual essence. For in these spaces, you will find the freedom to explore, to grow, and to truly flourish. Remember, the pursuit of knowledge and enlightenment is as diverse as the seekers themselves. Your quest, marked by the desire for a deeper understanding of the self and the universe, is a testament to the boundless potential of the human spirit to transcend traditional molds and seek wisdom in its most authentic form. In this journey, know that you are not alone. There are many others, fellow voyagers, who share your yearning for a more holistic and spiritually aligned education. Together, you form a mosaic of seekers, each piece unique yet part of a greater whole, each path different yet converging in the shared quest for enlightenment. As you continue on this path, let your experiences be a light for others who may be navigating similar challenges. Share your stories of discovery, of the alternative routes you've explored, and of the insights you've gained along the way. In doing so, You contribute to a collective learning that transcends conventional boundaries, offering hope and inspiration to those who dare to dream of an education that feeds not just the mind, but the soul. So, trust in your journey, accept your uniqueness, and remember that your quest for a deeper, more spiritually aligned education is not just a personal endeavor, but a revolutionary act that challenges the status quo, paving the way for new understandings and possibilities. Your path is rich with purpose and transformation, offering a unique light to the world that is both valid and invaluable.